10, advising your code 4 down there, and I'll start taping it off on this end. You got cameras coming.
Thank you very much. You want to show me the other one? Thank you.
¿Por qué no me ayudan uno?
Go ahead.
Mi nombre es Ernestina y estamos aquí pidiendo justicia porque fue muy cruel lo que hizo la policía, siendo que no es la primera vez que están haciendo ellos este trabajo, sino que a otras personas les han dado otra oportunidad y a él no le dieron esa oportunidad. Él es mi vecino, tenemos 8 años que nos conocemos, para mí era un muchacho muy bueno. Me siento muy mal en este sentido por cuestión de lo que está pasando. ¿En dónde están? ¿Quién son los que nos cuidan o de quién debemos de cuidarnos?
Thank you. You want to do the same thing? Just say your name and kind of relation he was to you, or...
Okay.
You go ahead. I'm going to be kind of close because of the mic.
Okay. I'm a friend of the family's and also neighbor. I feel very sad at this moment because the Downey Police Department hasn't had the courage to tell the mom that it was Gonzalo, the person they shot. And also as a sister, I have brothers the same age. And, just being here for moral support, that's all I can tell you. I'm very devastated. We think we're in a safe community, that Downey is a safe place. And when things like that happen, we know that we're not really safe. That's it. Thank you.
No problem.
Well, it's a counselor, or we ditched the fucking the bathroom. So we got taken to Saturday.
Fucking pig!
Bullshit. The what?
I was in the house. We were inside and then they came back with flowers. And then that's when I went to got these.
It's up there. They're standing right there. Fucking everyone.
Go ahead and start with your name and spell it, please. Look over here, too. Go for it.
George Perez, George Perez. I was Gonzalo Martínez, best friend. He was a guy who was the funniest guy, dude. I mean, every time we party and everything, he was the life of the party, throwing jokes. To this day, I'm laughing at jokes he said, and I remember he was terrified of insects. He was harmless. I don't think there's anything he could have done for the cops to shoot him or anything. I've seen the video, and I just think it's ridiculous and senseless the way he died. Like he wasn't supposed to be. Oh man. I was with him actually a couple of hours before he left. We had spent time together that last week. We spent Friday, Saturday, Sunday together. Then Monday I seen him when he went to work. Tuesday night again we were together. Then Wednesday all day, and then Thursday all day. And Thursday was the day he died. I remember he said, I'm gonna go get a haircut and go grab something to eat, and I'm gonna go out later, maybe you wanna come along. So I said, give me a call, and he took off to get his haircut and everything, and when he came back, before he left, I guess he was going to his grandpa's house, because it was Valentine's Day, and so I was just chilling outside, smoking a cigarette with him, and he asked me if I wanted to do anything later, and I told him no, I was kind of tired, burned out, and he was telling me, you're a little bitch, you don't want to do anything, and so he just left. I'll talk to you later, bro, and he never made it back,
How long was he your best friend for?
For 8 years. 8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
And
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Downey PD, not about this particular situation, but just about the problems that you've had, that you've seen, that you've experienced living here, and then go ahead and lead up to what happened.
Okay, well, first of all, Downey cops have always To begin with, Downey cops knew Gonzo and knew me and knew all of us friends, you know. I mean, he had 2 DUIs. I mean, we're all not perfect, you know. But I mean, he was the kind of guy. He had bad luck. He was getting pulled over at least once a month. You know, I remember he had to go to court for this because he got pulled over. He had to go to court for that because he got pulled over. You know, tickets for this, tickets for that. You know, and I'm sure the cops that were there knew him. I'm sure they knew him. You know, and man, just frozen. You know, it's like a dream still. You know, like it hasn't kicked in. I'm sure they knew who he was, and he always had bad luck with cops. He was just getting pulled over, you know, like I remember he left and he was taking care of he had been in county jail like a month prior to this, and he got out of jail, and I remember he was really straight. Every time we went out, he called me because he wanted me to drive. He'd be his designated driver because he didn't want to drink and drive, you know. He was really concerned about that. He was really concerned about, you know, respecting, and he said, I'm in enough trouble. If I go to jail one more time, I'm going to be there for at least 1 year, you know. And that's probably why I think he was running away from the cops. I'm sure he just wanted to get home and leave his car there so he wouldn't have to pay for the tow truck or the impound or something like that, because he was always bitching about that, you know. The cops, I gotta pay this. The cops, I gotta pay that. The cops, I gotta pay this. So I'm sure he was angry because he was getting pulled over again. Like, he was probably saying, this is unbelievable, you know. How many times am I getting pulled over? You know, incredible. Because that was the first time he drove his car in a long time. I mean, going out and driving his car, because I was always with him. I was either driving his car or in my friend's car. He didn't want to drive at all. He didn't want no problems. It was the first time he actually decided to drive, and look what happens, you know?
Now, tell me a little bit. We all know what happened, but tell us in your mind what it looks like to you and how you feel about all of it.
When it really happened, I had like rage towards the cop and everything. You know, I thought it was cold-blooded murder. I mean, but not for what it looks like after seeing the video and everything. I just think that the cop who shot him, or the cops who shot him, they were unexperienced. They were rookie cops, you know, and they basically just freaked out. And once you pull the trigger, if it's an automatic rifle, like a bunch of bullets are gonna come out, you know. I just think he was an unexperienced cop, rookie, you know, and I think it should not happen. I mean, it's a senseless death, you know. I'm gonna miss him a lot.
Is there anything you want to add about this?
I guess that the footage I've seen on the video and everything is forever burned in my brain, and his friendship and him will be missed too, and I'm never gonna forget about him. Never in my life. Never. Hope you rest in peace. He is. I mean, right now we're the ones worrying about it and crying for him and everything, but I really believe within myself that we're the ones suffering and that he's just kicking back. He's just kicking back.
My name is George Carpentinis, Karpontinis.
And the first name was George?
George,
okay.
First name George. Gonzalo Martínez was my neighbor. It's the guy that got murdered right here. This is his brother right here.
Hold on.
So where were we?
Yeah, alright. Sorry about that.
Alright, my buddy Gonzalo Martínez got shot at this corner right here. My next door neighbor, best friend. One of my best friends.
Tell me about, I heard he worked a lot.
He worked a lot.
Yeah, give me a little bit of background
This guy worked like 7 days a week. He used to go in on Sundays, do overtime. He used to work about 10 to 12 hours a day, 10 to 15 hours a day. His brother lives in Argentina. They sent his brother to Argentina. This guy was working to pay for his tuition in Argentina. The guy wouldn't hurt a fly. He's harmless. He sees a fight break out right here. You see him at the corner already. You know what I'm saying?
So So he worked all that time so his brother can go to school.
Yeah, worked all that time so his brother can go to school in Argentina for a better life. And he was actually gonna move there, like in April. He was talking about going to Argentina in April or July, I think it was, to go and move there. He didn't want to be here no more. You know, he was tired of America. You know, tired of everything, all the drama here. He didn't make it. The guy didn't make it, you know.
Is there anything you want to add, or when was the last time that you saw him? I heard you
I
guys.
saw him that same day. I had talked to him about 5 hours before it happened. I talked to him about 7 p.m. This happened about 2:30 in the morning. We're kicking it at my house, you know. We're chilling. We're just at my house, you know. We're talking, we're laughing, having a good time. Next thing you know, he's gone, you know. Another messed up thing is that the cops, you know, like they didn't, you know, like notify his parents. They didn't tell anything to his parents. Like, you know, everybody was so concerned. His parents were tripping, you know. They had to go to the police station, find out from the police that their own son got murdered. They didn't even have the courtesy or the balls to come to their house and tell them when they only live around the corner. The guy was right here. He lives about 4 blocks down. He was just trying to get home. And these cops had to murder him like that. Assassin style. Ridiculous.
And his brother flew in from Argentina today, correct?
His brother flew in from Argentina today.
Can you tell me a little
Barely
bit.
got in. He's all shaky right now. Like I said, he was going to school out there, you know. His brother was paying for it, the one that got murdered. That's it, man.